Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm out here in the garage on a Sunday night getting ready to clean some guns because I've taken a few to the range and I've filmed a lot of the range reports on these, but tonight I'll be cleaning the Knights Armament SR-25 in 308. It was a pistol. I showed you guys this, and so it's time to clean this up before I get it back to its owner. And tonight, I wanted to address a question that I got over on my Patreon from one of my Patreon supporters. And he was asking me about another YouTuber. Now, normally, I do not talk about other YouTubers, with the exception occasionally of the Armed Scholar. And the main reason I do that is I personally know how difficult it is to make content on YouTube, how to be consistent with it, how to, I know the time that goes into making videos, and I know that you can pour your blood, sweat, and tears into this, and I also understand how it changes you over time. I mean, I am definitely not the same person that I was when I first started YouTube, years and years and years ago. So I also understand the constraints of the modern YouTube environment and the Rumble environment where we use algorithms to get your content promoted. And I also understand the driving forces of this, and everybody has a different driving force. And I guess I also understand it from the point of the consumer and you guys. So I'll go ahead and talk about this other YouTuber and what this Patreon supporter was asking me. So, hold on, I gotta grab some stuff to clean these guns with. But anyway, he was asking me if I have noticed a change in the Four Boxes Diner. You guys know that I like the Four Boxes Diner, and I think he's one of the better channels when it comes to firearms news and stuff. And the reason I started to really follow him is he was kind of like the opposite of the Armed Scholar, where you guys know my criticisms of the Armed Scholar where everything, every day, is breaking news, groundbreaking, these clickbaity titles. And when you watch the video, you discover that, it's really not groundbreaking. He's just talking about, the Heller decision or the Bruin decision, and okay, maybe there's been a brief filed in a certain court, but everything is groundbreaking decision, changes Second Amendment landscape forever, and you really feel like it's these big things and they're really not. And then you're like, oh, it's the same thing every freaking day. And I'm sorry, not every day is the groundbreaking day of the Second Amendment. And so it was just clickbaity stuff, and he would virtually say nothing. And if you like that, if you like to get your hopes up every day, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to tell you not to watch him or anybody else, okay? It is up to you, and I want you to be entertained by the people that you want to watch and interact with. But I also understand why he turned into what he did, because I think I kind of joined the bandwagon of his channel when he first started, because I think he actually made some decent videos. He did some good analysis of rulings and opinions and keeping you up to date on what's happening. But they were very fact-driven, very kind of dry in that way. But I can tell you, as your channel grows and as you're trying to get your content out to a bunch of people, you can go in a bunch of different directions. Some people, and I think he did this because he became relatively big very fast. And let me tell you, when it comes to your channel growing, there's a couple of pitfalls people can have. And I'm small, okay? Understand, over on the main channel, I have, 15,000 subscribers now, coming up on 16,000, but I used to have 50, okay? 50,000 when I had the old channel. It's really cool, and it's a huge boost in your ego when people recognize you in public. When they come up to you, you're eating at a restaurant, and somebody comes up to you and they go, listen, I'm so sorry to bother you. Are you the guy from the internet? And then they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I watch you all the time. It's like this weird feeling, you know, you take a lot of pride in that. And so your ego can get a little bit out of check. But also the money on those bigger channels. I'm talking about channels over 100,000. Once you hit that 100,000 subscriber mark, I mean, it can start to become life-changing money. Like you could quit your day job and start doing whatever it is online full time. And when that money starts rolling in, I can see where some content creators go, well, obviously I want to make more. I'm doing okay now, but imagine if I had 200,000 or 300,000 or 400,000 subscribers, how much money I could be making. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I'm a capitalist, man. If you can make money doing this, good on you. Good on you. And I do not. I want people to make as much money as they want, as much money as they can. You know, I think that's fantastic. But you also have to understand how that's going to change people, because now they're going to start to change their content to be more conducive to bringing people in and to getting more eyeballs on the content, because the more people watch and the longer they watch, the more money you make. So where in the beginning, you could have been just somebody that just wanted to do good and get information out to people and spread the news and the gospel of the Second Amendment, but now you're a thing, if that makes any sense. And I've mentioned many times before, don't have YouTube gun channel heroes. Don't look at people and think, oh my gosh, they're a celebrity, because they're just regular Joes. Okay, it's all they are. They're just regular people. Don't think that they have any special knowledge or anything that you don't have or can't get on your own. But these channels grow and grow and grow. And as I said, they change the way that they create content because they want more viewers and things. And that's a natural course of things, because you start off just making content for regular people thinking it's not going to go anywhere. And then all of a sudden, you're getting nominated for awards, like the Armed Scholar and the Four Boxes Diner, okay? You know, they're all like, oh my gosh, I'm nominated for a Gundy Award. Vote for me. And it is an ego boost. It's a huge ego boost. And then all of a sudden, companies start to contact you for endorsements. They start to contact you to send you free stuff because they know people are watching your stuff and they want to get eyeballs on their on their products, okay? It's just the way it goes. And some people, I think, remain true to their vision and what they originally were, and other people do not, okay? I'll give you an example of some people that I think stay true to their vision of what they want, whether or not you like that content or not. A good example would be the Yankee Marshal. You can love him or hate him or have no opinion whatsoever, but you have to admit that the content he makes is not mainstream gun culture stuff, okay? I mean, he'll piss off anybody. He'll say things that are unpopular. I mean, I know the controversies of him saying things about other people that were probably untrue, but he makes no ifs, ands, or buts about it, like what he's there to do. He's just there to be him, okay? And you can respect that or not, but I think he stays true to what he wants to make, okay? He's not trying to become a 1 million subscriber channel. But then other people, I think, as they grow and grow and grow, and they start to make this money, they begin to change. And I am starting to see that. I think it's like the inevitable change. But I'm starting to see that with the Four Boxes Diner. And that is what one of my Patreon supporters asked me. Am I starting to notice that the Four Boxes Diner is starting to get like the Armed Scholar, where every single day, every day, it's breaking news? You know, and you think, in my mind, when I hear the term breaking news, it means like a court has struck down or upheld some law, they've had some ruling, or something major has happened that we all need to know about. When in actuality, his videos are just, hey, the FPC filed an amicus brief in the Fourth Circuit on this case. Okay, I guess it is breaking news in the fact that they did it today, but is it groundbreaking news? Like, and the title kind of makes it sound like it's, you know, this thing is going to change the landscape of the Second Amendment forever. In actuality, it's not. And the reason they have to make that content, and I'm going to go, and this is where I'm going to defend him a little bit, is that you have to use the algorithm to your advantage. I personally think the way YouTube should work is that you get a reverse chronological order of the people that you're subscribed to. So, for example, if you're subscribed to 20 channels, okay, and those 20 channels release videos, you just see them in the reverse order of what they were released in. So, latest first, right, and then you can go back in time. However, what YouTube wants to do is they want to show you content that you're more likely going to watch. So they'll know, hey, when you're clicking through videos, you watch more videos on puppies, okay? So even though you're not subscribed to channels that may have puppy videos, they're going to show you puppy videos in your feed because they know that most likely you're going to click on it. And those get the most views, therefore, they're going to promote it more. So the channels try to get as many clicks and views as possible, using as much clickbait as possible, so they become relevant in the feed, which brings them more notoriety and more money. And as I said, there's nothing wrong with that. They're just using the algorithm to their advantage. And I think we all do that to some extent. You know, I mean, I get contacted constantly from these... what are they called? SEO people, the search engine optimization people. They're like, hey, we can help you with your YouTube algorithm. We can help you with this. We can help you with that. And I'm not interested in any of that, okay? But I know other people are, because once you start to make that money and you make the conscious decision that, hey, I'm going to quit my day job or what I've been doing to this point, and I'm going to go start making YouTube videos, you know, full time. You know, it's a life-changing decision, and you've got to make sure you have job security, and you obviously want to make more and more money because you're having a big career change. So I don't blame them, and I think it's a combination of the algorithm, or they're using the algorithm to their advantage, but also it's them wanting to become bigger and more popular, and eventually they have mission drift, I believe is the term we should use. That a channel gets created for one purpose, and then they become big, and then they have mission drift. They go in a different direction, or they change because of circumstances. You know, Iraqi veteran 8888 was that way. You know, he used to be just kind of like a good old country boy from Georgia, and him and Barry used to just make videos from Moss Pawn and Gun, and, you know, just kind of show off some fun stuff, what they had in the shop. And then it turned into where he became more of an entertainment channel, and his channel grew even more, and now he does other stuff. And that's just the natural progression of things for some people. So in some ways, I don't blame the content creators, but in other ways, I do. Because for me, it becomes, I don't know, I guess I should say it bothers me. And I have noticed that about some of those gun channels where I used to follow them, and now when their whole content is every day is breaking news, because they have to release a video every single day. They have to. If you don't release a video every day, you get lower and lower in the algorithm. And the channels that make legal stuff, news stuff, no one's going to watch one of their videos that's a year old. I mean, why would you go back and watch an Armed Scholar video from a year ago? Because the information is so out of date. You know, I like to think that my content is not necessarily future-proof, but it's more future-proof than theirs. Because if you're looking for a review on a Noveski Space Invader, right? And you look that up, you're going to find my video. And you might subscribe and then start following those. Like, oh, I wonder what other guns he's reviewed. So it doesn't matter if the video came out 2 years ago or 2 days ago. It has the same relevance. But when it comes to the news and you know, legal channels, current stuff is the most important. And as their channel grows, they have to stay more and more relevant, so they become more and more clickbaity. But it's the way it goes. But also, as I said, I can see it from both sides. One of the comments that I get a lot on my channel that people hate, and some of it I can control and some of it I can't. A lot of it I can't control, which is the ads. For example, YouTube runs ads on my channels, okay? That is because my channels are monetized. Okay, so I do make money off of advertising. I do not control what ads they place. So if you once again are watching videos on puppies, they're probably going to place puppy ads, puppy food ads, or whatever, because they know you like puppies. I don't place the ads. I also do not control the number of ads or how long those ads are. I have no control over that. And even if my channel was not monetized, they're still going to run ads. The only difference between a non-monetized channel and a monetized channel is that they're going to run ads. A monetized channel, they share the profits, and a non-monetized channel, they don't. They're still going to they're still going to run the ads. But people get mad at me all the time, going, "There's too many ads in this." I'm like, dude, that is YouTube. It is not me. I can't control it. I do long form videos. So therefore, in a 30-minute video, you're going to get ads. I can't control that. I can't do it. So don't get mad at me. Get mad at YouTube. And if you don't like that, go spend, what is it, $7 a month or something for YouTube Premium, and you don't have to pay, or you don't have to watch any ads ever again. It's totally worth it, in my personal opinion. If you watch YouTube a lot, just get the YouTube Premium for like $7 a month, and you never have to watch an ad again. Okay, it's awesome. But if you don't want to do that, then put up with the ads. Now, the other thing that people don't seem to understand, speaking of ads, you guys know on my range reports, many of them, I do a little ad read for Brownworks, which is that awesome grip company. Mark is an amazing grip manufacturer. He makes beautiful grips. And I'll get people that say, it took you 3 minutes before you got into the heart of the video. Okay, it did. All right, I always do it in introduction. I talk a little bit about the gun, kind of set up what I'm going to do in that video. Then I thank the person that donated the gun to the channel, which I think is obviously fair to give people, that lend things to the channel an opportunity to be, have their name out there. I thank my Patreons because they're awesome. That takes, 15 seconds. And then I'll do the little ad read for Brownworks. And let me tell you, the reason I do that is Brownworks makes all this happen when it comes to my range reports. I mean, the amount of ammunition that I go through is crazy, okay? And Brownworks makes it possible. I could not do it without him. And so I do those ad reads, not because I have to, but because I want to. You can skip through those ads if you want, but some people hate them. Okay, that's fine. Okay, as I said, you can skip through them if you want. But people seem to think that I should do all of this for free. They're like, you shouldn't do ads, you're a shill. I'm like, okay, so they don't like the YouTube ads, okay? They don't like me doing an ad read for Brownworks. So they just want me to spend, for example, on a 30-minute range report video, I probably have 5 to 6 hours of my own personal time invested in that video, okay? That is outside of my job. So I have a regular day job, okay? I'm a music teacher. I work, 50, 60 hours a week, okay? Then I come home, I have a family, I have family stuff to do, I got stuff around the house I gotta do, and I still try to make time to make videos. And people seem to think I should do it for free. Now, I will tell you, in general, I lose money on the channel, okay? Some months it's a break-even month, and sometimes it's a lose month, okay? In general, when it comes to my time, okay? But I do it because it's a labor of love. But I couldn't do it if I wasn't getting any money at all. And I always respond to those people saying, okay, let's just say you're a waiter at a restaurant. Should I just go into your restaurant and have you serve me, and then after you serve me my food, go, I'm not going to give you a tip. You should do this because you love it. Why should I give you a tip? That's crazy. I'm not going to give you any money. You should be working for free because obviously you love doing it. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. Well, that's not feasible, right? And all of a sudden, when it comes to your content consumption on YouTube and watching gun videos, people should shoot their guns, spend all of their time and all of the crazy cost of ammunition, and not have ads run on their videos, not have sponsorships, and just do it for free so you can watch it. And that's kind of selfish too, So as I said, I can see both sides of the argument. Now, I will say, when it comes to gun channels, my overhead is way more than, let's say, the Armed Scholar's overhead. I mean, what's the Armed Scholar's overhead? Essentially, it's his time, because he's never shown a gun. He doesn't review guns. He doesn't use ammunition. It's just his time, his computer, his, whatever he spent on his camera, and his time editing. That is his overhead, right? He doesn't have to worry about location, So when I make a video, it's not just here at the house in the garage. I pay a very hefty fee to the Frisco Gun Club so I can have access to the VIP lanes every month, so I can go and film my videos whenever I need it. And trust me, that is not cheap. And there is a huge upfront cost on that membership, right? I have the cost of ammunition. I have the cost of my time. I have the cost of all of the equipment that I have. And, so all that stuff factored in, my overhead is a lot more than many of those other channels. And I am not complaining at all. I'm just saying that sometimes people need to put things in perspective. So I think everything in life needs to have balance. Everything needs to have balance. I don't necessarily look at any activity or anything you may do as inherently good or bad, because good things done in excess can be very bad, and bad things done in a responsible way can be okay. So, for example, drinking, right? I drink, okay? I like beer, I like tequila, I like whiskeys, you name it, I like it. But guess what? I have never been drunk in my entire life. Not a single time. I have never been drunk. I've never really had more than 1 or 2 drinks in one sitting. So a lot of people would look at drinking alcohol as a bad thing. I know people that have been alcoholics that never touch the stuff. But I can drink, right? I do it in this context and in a responsible way. Where other people, they can't or choose not to do it in a responsible way. It's their own business, right? But even good things, if you do too much. So for example, if you exercise, you can exercise too much. You can eat all good things, but not get enough of other things, and it's actually bad. So you ate all good things, but because it wasn't a balanced meal, it wasn't balanced in nutrition, you're actually hurting yourself in the end. So all things should be in balance. And I think that's the way YouTube content creators should think about creating content. You're going to have to put up with any content creator trying to make money and trying to grow their channel. I mean, I try to grow the Texas Gun Vault, okay? I have my little formula. But my formula isn't trying to be clickbaity. It's just making good content. And I'm not trying to supplant what I do for a living with YouTube. Okay? That's not what I'm trying to do. So my motives and my motivation is different than, let's say, the 4 Boxes Diner or the Armed Scholar or other people that make content on YouTube. But I understand why they do what they do. And some of it I can tolerate. And then sometimes it gets to a point where I choose to not watch anymore because they have mission drift and they're no longer what I originally subscribed to. And you can't expect a person to make the same content forever. You just can't, because they're going to change as a human being. They're going to change as their channel grows because the amount of either time or resources that have to be dedicated to the creation of that content will change. And I can think of many other channels outside of guns. There used to be, or there still is, a channel, because I love video games, especially when I was younger. There was a retro gaming channel called what is it? It's off the top of my head right now. Game Theory. It's a huge channel. A lot of kids watch it and all that kind of stuff. But he would ask questions about, like, how tall is Mario from Mario Brothers, and like try to figure out using like real data and what we know, just weird stuff like that, or the theories behind video games. And he got really, really popular. His early stuff is fantastic because it has this homemade, passionate feel to it. You're like, I love this. This is obviously made as a labor of love. And then he got real popular. I'm talking, he has millions upon millions of subscribers. And then he started to branch out into other channels. And then he started a business where he helped other content creators become even bigger. And then it became a formula that he would learn how the algorithm worked. He would break the algorithm down, and he would create content that uses the algorithm to promote what he's making. And all of a sudden, it wasn't that personal experience. It wasn't that cool thing anymore. His channel continued to grow, and he still has a huge fan base. But for me, it lost what it originally was, and so I never watch him anymore. But it's not because I hate him. It's just because he evolved. But then there are other channels that can do the exact opposite. They start one way that I'm not interested in, and then they become something I am interested in as they grow. And maybe their content gets better or their production value gets better. Because also as you get better and your channel grows, the expectations grow. You know, when I was a small channel years and years and years ago, I could make videos like I am now on my phone, right? And that's even back when phones weren't as good as they are today. It was perfectly fine. But now, in order for me to grow my content, if I'm not using a camera that can film in 1080p or 4K, and I don't have certain things, then no one's gonna watch it, because the expectation of what is considered to be quality content rises and rises and rises, and so you have to meet that demand. So I can see all of this from both sides. I don't hate any YouTuber. I don't sit there and go, I mean, there are YouTubers I will openly say that I don't enjoy and I can't stand, and here's the reasons why. I don't hate them as an individual. I don't dislike them as a person because I don't know them as real people. But I can look at content creators and go, it's just not for me. Or I can criticize them and go, all that is a clickbait thing. And I hate to say it, getting back to what I originally wanted to talk about tonight, that's what I think the Armed Scholar, not the Armed Scholar, oh my gosh, the Four Boxes Diner is becoming. And I am honestly, a little bit disappointed in it. Because I think Mark over there, he had a great channel in the beginning. Just an absolutely outstanding channel in the beginning. And now literally every day it's breaking news. And if you watch the video, it's nothing substantial. It's, there's been a new brief that's been filed in this court. I mean, occasionally he gives you something that's actual breaking news. But most of the time, it's not breaking news. Most of the time. So, anyway, that's just what I wanted to talk about and kind of answer what my subscriber and Patreon wanted to talk about. So wanted to do that for him. So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about channels, how they evolve, how they grow? Do you guys understand what I'm saying about, and I guess understand what content creators have to go through? Because this is not just me turning on my camera for 30 minutes and making a full-on range report, right? It's hours of preparation. It's filming, editing, writing a script, filming the garage portion, going back in, editing more, putting it all together, creating a thumbnail, taking pictures, uploading it, all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work. And so the people that don't think people like myself should be compensated for that work, well, I think they're just a little bit selfish in that they're just like, well, I should just get all of this for free. Because you don't pay for it. If you're watching the ads, you're not paying for it. And that's how you pay, is through watching the ads. Okay? I don't control the ads. Nobody controls the ads. Only YouTube controls the ads. So get mad at YouTube. And if you want to watch without ads, pay for the YouTube Premium. Because we get a cut of that as well. If you have YouTube Premium and you watch our videos, we get a cut of that. So that's how all of that works. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And Do you guys see it from all the different perspectives? Because I know that I do, but I have a unique perspective as a content creator. So what's the word of the day? What's the word of the day? If you made it to 30 minutes, holy crap. If you made it to the end of this video, let's make the word of the day content. Content is the word of the day because we're talking about content creators and how they create content to serve their needs the best. All right, so let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.